You have to be inspired. You have to be inspired by the person that you want to be. What's going on YouTube? This is Nathan back here with you, and this is Swimmer Sink. I don't really have a structure for the video today. It's going to be kind of rough. It might be short too, because I'm just going on a walk. So I just found a little bit of time. I know you hear the cars going by. I still don't have a mic yet. It's just the beginning of the journey, so don't judge. But what I wanted to say is, you need to stay inspired. And I know it's hard to stay inspired when there's so much that goes on in life, right? Like, there's so much that happens in our day-to-day life that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe there's not much that happens in your day-to-day life and it's not that inspiring and it's hard to actually get inspired. But for me, like, it's hard for me to keep going every single day, especially the job I do. Right now, I'm inside of like a trailer. Like, if you see like those tractor trailers, those big 40-foot trucks or the 20-foot trucks, I'm in the back of a container emptying out boxes. Today, the number of boxes was, I think it was 38 or 3,900. And that was grueling work. And right now I get paid by the truckload, right? So it's usually $130 per truck, and they'll add on some extra fees on top of that depending on how the load is. But I worked today from about 7:30 in the morning till just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I started the load early because I got there early and I decided, might as well get it done so I can go home sooner. And let me tell you, I'm in that container for so long, from, like I said, 7:30 till just after 1. And the guy who I was working with, he came late. This guy came an hour after I started. He got there around 8:30. And not only did he get there late, he's kind of annoying. And he seemed like a good guy, right? He seemed like a good guy. And I think he is a good guy, but you know those guys that just chat too much? He just talks way too much and complains. And the type of work that I do in the trucks, since it's piecework, since we don't get paid by the hour, we get paid by the truck. You're supposed to move fast and get stuff done. And that didn't seem like his objective today. Or maybe it could have been his objective and people take their job differently than me, but I'm trying to get in and get out. I'm not trying to ask these people at the factory all these questions and how much is this, why is this like that, or complaining about things. I already know the job is trash, so why am I gonna sit here and complain about the job being trash if I already know it's trash? Just makes no sense to me. So while you're there complaining, I'm there working. But that should bring me to my next topic. While they complain, you gotta work. Now that brings me on to my next point. It's crazy how when you talk about something, things just align, right? I wasn't even trying to really give any game. I was just gonna talk about my day and stuff, but I said while they complain, you gotta work. So that's real life right there. While they complain, you gotta work. And I guess that ties into staying inspired, because if you're not inspired, you're probably not gonna work. Probably not gonna have any work ethic. And maybe you don't want to work a 9 to 5, but you have other dreams. That's good too. But make sure you're not procrastinating. Make sure you're not just talking about it. You have to do it. Yeah, today was an extra hard day, I think. I don't know if it was because it's a Monday or because the truckload was how it was. I find myself getting frustrated at life pretty often. And where I'm walking to right now is the marijuana dispensary. I get stressed out at life and I tend to smoke. I don't always smoke weed, might just smoke some cigarettes, but if it catches up and I stress, and when that happens, sometimes I turn to smoking. More times I turn to smoking. And that's because stuff gets overwhelming to me. And I'm trying to be the best as I can with what I got. And honestly, I shouldn't even be spending on the loud or whatever I'm spending it on. I gotta be more frugal. Really gotta be more frugal with how I spend my money and where I project my energy, because that's my main goal. Like, I wanna get to riches. I wanna become the best version I can, and I can't do that if I'm down. If I'm feeling down, I can't do that. And today was just a testament to how I feel, because it was a hard day. And I was telling myself this while I was inside of the container, and I think it was before he got there. I was talking to myself in my head. I don't know, sometimes when I'm in the container, I'll start talking to myself in real life too, because the job gets like that. You know, you just have to do something to make the day pass. And so today, I'm there thinking to myself, how am I in here doing this work? And almost every time I'm in the container, imagine yourself, I don't know who you may be, but you had dreams like years ago that you're supposed to fulfill. I was trying to become a professional soccer player. I have a business that I run, and I used to have so many shoes. Like, I had 50 plus shoes that were not worn. And what happened was I sold them all at SneakerCon. Most of them, actually. I didn't sell them all, but I sold most of them at SneakerCon. Made close to $7,000. And I blew it. And I'm not saying I blew it on, like, clothes or a car or liabilities. Like, don't think when I say I blew it, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about car payments. I was in a stupid deal with a car where I financed it. I had a car loan. Car loan was taking so much away from me. That, insurance, child support. I did buy some shirts. Bought some shirts for my business, so that was a plus. But it's hard to stay inspired when so many things have gone downhill in my life. I'm in this container and I'm like, I'm 25 and I haven't done SHIT in my life. SHIT. Spell it out. But I'm thinking like, damn, I'm in this container and how much of my money is going to child support right now? You know how bad of a feeling that is? Busting my back, hurting myself in this container. And all I could think about is paying up the child support and being in debt. That's why I was saying to myself, I was thinking, you gotta stay inspired. You gotta stay inspired. It's so important. It's so important to stay inspired. I'm gonna keep saying it today. Man, bad influence. Just coming from the weed dispensary. That's why I cut out. But I'm trying to better my life. I'm not trying to make it all. I'm not trying to make this page all of my good qualities, because I'm still working on myself. I want this page to just be sort of like a movie of my life. I could look back on it and say, that's the person I was then. Even if it embarrasses me, because I know I'm going to look back on these videos. Some of them I'm going to be embarrassed. Some of them I might regret. Some of them people might be mad at me for making. But that's what it's all about. I want to see my progress, and I can't just be showing all the positives, because I can't be standing here talking some motivational stuff and telling you guys that I'm an honest person and I live my life a certain way if I'm not showing y'all like everything. If I were to just make this video, go into the weed dispensary, right? I'm knowing I'm walking there, but I could be not even telling you guys I'm going there. I could just be like, yeah, I'm going on a walk and I haven't been smoking much at all, just to try to fool you guys, but that's not the person I'm trying to be. Gotta stay inspired. You know who inspires me? My friend. Okay? I have a friend. He's been sober around 3 years. maybe he had a sip of wine or a sip of alcohol or whatever, or maybe like a couple smokes of a spliff, right? But he used to smoke every day just like I did. And there's a point in time where he smoked more than me. And I kept saying, I've been saying it for years, I'm done smoking. I've been saying I'm done smoking before these guys did. And like I said, you gotta stay inspired. My own friend is an inspiration to me. I don't get people who are envious of their own people. Excuse me, but my friend, he knows who he is, but shout out him for stopping the weed and bettering his life, because I can see it, and you guys should see it in your own life too. And if I'm speaking to you guys, I'm speaking to myself too, so I need to see that for my own life. And I already know that once I stop, there's gonna be like, you know, what do they say? There's sunshine at the end of the tunnel, or whatever they say. But I gotta get there, and sometimes it's hard. I was thinking in my head, like, the reason I went down to the dispensary and the reason I want to smoke right now is because tomorrow I'm gonna have a bad load. I'm gonna have a bad load, called a load like the truckloads. It's gonna be a lot of work tomorrow. So me in my head, I'm like, damn, I'm stressed out. I have to make these payments. Damn, I have to work. So the negative part of me is dreading going to work tomorrow and dreading everything going on in my life at the moment. And so what do? Go feel sorry for myself. Go smoke a spliff. So as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm learning about myself, and I'm just learning the process about myself, how it goes. Yeah, I'll get those negative thoughts, and what do I automatically turn to? Turn to smoking. And that's something that I really need to change about myself. And I need to be inspired by the person that I want to become. So maybe I can make that another video. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm thinking of more stuff. You have to be inspired. You have to be inspired by the person that you want to be. I don't know if I'm going to end it off right there, but that's perfect right there, I think. You need to be inspired by the person that you want to be. I'm going to say it 2 more times. You need to be inspired by the person that you want to be. Affirmation time. You need to be inspired by the person that you want to be. And I think that's about it for tonight. I don't have any much more to say because today was a hard day mentally, and I'm still getting to it tomorrow. So I guess it's not too bad, because I was thinking of not sending a message to my boss. I was thinking of making an excuse, calling it off, but I have some payments to make and things got to get done. So you know what inspires me? I'm gonna go to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna still get it in with my business. I'm gonna still do some work afterwards. I'm gonna still have a good mindset afterwards. That's what inspires me for tomorrow. I'm about to get through it, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. Stay inspired, and don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it for today. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to Swimmer Sync. Be the best you can be every day. Don't forget that.